All right, what's up, world? What's up, good people? This your boy, once again, Bernard Dice from Lifestyle Motivation. Um, Let me hit y'all with this morning. First and foremost, good morning. Good morning. And if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, hey, you need to get back on the right side and make sure that you tell God thank you for waking you up. Let's talk about healthy relationships real quick, right? Um, when you're in a healthy relationship, you know that you're in a healthy relationship, right? The arguing, the fighting, the fussing, the back and forthness, is at a very, very minimum, if not totally eliminated. When you're in a healthy relationship, you have to learn your partner, right? You have to focus on the things that make your partner happy. As they say, or as the old folks say, I guess they probably consider me one of the seasoned old folks now. What you did to get her, you have to maintain that. What you did to get him, you have to maintain that, right? That way you keep the fire and the love existing in your relationships, right? On top of that, once you obtain that person, right? Once you become partner, you become one, like they say in the Bible. Hey, your wife or your spouse, should be your rib, right? So at the end of the day, they are a part of you, right? Y'all should be one, connected, right? You should always want to encourage and motivate your partner, your spouse, your husband, right? Your man, your woman. Hey, as I call my wife, my Ruby, right? I should always want to encourage her and motivate her to be the best version of herself, right? Not just focusing on my goals, but I have to focus on the goals of my partner as well, right? Of my spouse, of my wife, right? And as men, we are the foundation of our homes, the foundation of our relationships too. And that doesn't mean just because you wear the pants, you have a dictatorship that's going on in your home. No, it means that you are the leader to where whatever direction you push your family in should be something positive and inspirational to lead you all into a path of success, right? Meaning if that's things that you need to do, as far as encouraging your partner, do it, right? If you need to go get flowers to boost a relationship, do it, right? If you need to take advantage of helping out in the household, do it, right? If you need to take a moment just to communicate and talk to your partner, do it, right? And when you're talking, don't just talk about all the negative stuff that's going on, right? On television, in politics, right? In your neighborhood, right? Talk about each other. Allow that person to elaborate on the things that they want to do as far as their dream, visions, and goals. Secondly, you all need to map out a vision board for yourselves, for that relationship, of things that you want to accomplish, things that you possibly have accomplished, right? Talk about your finances. That's the big part. Most people, most relationships, couples do not want to talk about the finances within the home, right? Because everybody think they have it all together. So when you talk about the finances, then you actually set yourself up for success to create a game plan, strategic thinking. Let's think about project management. Like I do that all day, every day. When you strategically think and map out a game plan, you're not only focusing on the right now, you're focusing on the future. So it may be things that you want to do, as far as buying a home, getting a new vehicle, right? Doing things around your home, renovations, right? Getting back in school, right? Starting that business. But if you never communicate and have those conversations to talk about those things, you're only going off assumptions. And as they say out here in this real world, assumptions will put you in a bad place. So never assume that your partner, for one, is totally happy with everything, every decision, every move that's being made. Talk about those things together, right? One thing me and my wife do, I may spill the beans on everything, but she knows what moves that I'm gonna make and vice versa, right? And then we partner together to make those moves. So if it's one day that she may be tired from grinding hard, I understand why. If it's another day that I'm a little tired from grinding hard, she understands that, because that's an unspoken communication from the bond that we build with each other on a day-to-day basis, right? And then next, let's talk about being a helpmate. When you are a helpmate in your relationship, no single person in that household is alone. No single person in the household carries the burden of doing everything by themselves. There's young, older couples that may have totally forgot about this. But you have to remember, if everybody in the household gets burnt out, then your relationship starts to go whew, down totally, right? Because now the energy is gone, right? The love may be still there, but the energy is gone. So now you're allowing the devil to creep in, because mentally and physically, everybody is down. So never allow your partner to carry the burden of every single thing, right? Share the load, right? Whether that's happening with clothes, right? Folding clothes, washing clothes, doing the dishes, right? Picking up the kids here and there from school, right? Going to pick up some groceries at the end of the day, right? And not assuming that everything is okay. And then finally, I'm going to tell y'all, the most important thing is communication. When you communicate openly, you ask for understanding. Sometimes, that communication may be a topic that you really don't want to talk about, but you have to, right? And when you talk and have that conversation, you listen. Listen. Sometimes we can listen to everybody else. We can deal with everybody else's problems, right? We can have a listening ear to every single other person. But then we burn ourselves out with all of that kind of stuff, listening, coaching, all that kind of stuff, right? And then when we get home, we can't take 5 minutes to listen to our partners, or to have a conversation, or to fully understand, to be fully engaged. When you communicate, be fully engaged in that conversation. Offer feedback. Put your phone down, right? Focus, pay attention. And then that keeps the fire and the flame going in your relationship, to know that your partner is always your best friend, right? So at the end of the day, keep the fire and the flame going in your relationships at all times, right? There are going to be ups, there are going to be downs. There are going to be days to where, certain things happen to try to knock you all off of your rocker, to where the love may seem like it doesn't exist, but at the end of the day, the love does. And then the biggest and most important thing is put some God in it, right? Put some God in it, right? And when you put some God in that, you're never left alone in your relationship, to where you all set a standard for how your relationship will be, right? As far as the love, the communication, the things that you all do together, the way you treat your family and your kids. I'm always go back to that in every post, right? The way you treat your family, your kids, the way you love on each other, right? It's like none other. It's almost like a fairy tale story. When you do these things, your relationship will always be what it needs to be, just because you took out the time to put time into your relationship, right? You took time to water your spouse. Your spouse waters you. The communication is there. The love is always existing. And that partnership and friendship is always there. So at the end of the day, do what needs to be done to maintain a healthy, intelligent lifestyle, right? And a healthy, intelligent relationship. Because hey, that's what life is all about. You want to be happy. You want to have smiles. You want to wake up every day and just enjoy life. So as always, stay blessed. Stay motivated. As always, this your boy Bernard Dyson signing off from Lifestyle Motivation.